It's Ashley Everything again with the Dreamers in the Discipline. Today I have with me Tequilla Lee, a custom designer for the TL Couture. You should follow her on Instagram. Her pieces are beautiful. She's a beautiful young lady, and I have her with me. Today we're going to be discussing her fashion show that's coming up, and her passion, and her discipline to keep moving forward. So, hello, tell us about yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Tequilla Lee. I am the designer for TL Couture, and this is my new place, my new store / workspace. I am falling in love with it more as I continue to work on it, just because I'm just taking my time with it and making it my own space, my own comfortable space, but so that I can produce some beautiful pieces for you guys, because your environment is really important when you want to create. So this is my new space.
So what do you need in your creative space?
My creative space, I need smell goods, number one, like candles, incense, burning oils. I need a lot like bright lights, and sometimes I need wine. It just depends on my mood. Really good music. For some reason, yeah, classical music and jazz are like my zone out music, because it's probably because there are no words to it, so I can't focus on singing along. I just kind of just like zone out. So creatives, it definitely helps.
So what made you more into fashion? What drives you for fashion?
The funny thing is, my mom told me that when she was pregnant with me, she picked me out of a magazine, and she was like, I want a chocolate baby, and she gonna be just like this. She gonna come out of a magazine, and I love magazines. I love fashion. So that is one thing to say when they say like put it into the universe, like put it what you want. It's true. But I've just always been into fashion. Like even when I was in high school, I would just like go to a thrift store and get a piece that I like, something different, and I would just revamp it, and then people would be like, oh, where you get that from, or can you do mine, or can you do one for me? And my grandmother, she also taught me how to sew when I was 14, so she's a seamstress where she's from, and she has like this massive room of fabric, and so I used to just go in there and grab fabric and sew on her machine, and she was just like, if you're gonna steal my fabric, then let me at least show you the right way to do it. So she helped me, and she still helps me to this day. I FaceTime her. She's probably on the sewing machine when I'm on the sewing machine, so I love it.
And where are you from?
Virginia, South Hill, Virginia.
Okay. Yes. And you're currently located in Atlanta.
Yes.
How is fashion treating you in Atlanta?
Fashion in Atlanta is good. I am trying to transition some of the young ladies from dressing so comfortable all the time, because
like the joggers.
Yeah, I mean like
that's the wave right now though.
Yeah,
right?
It's like joggers and like
slides.
Sets. Yeah. It's like
you don't do that.
2-piece set Mecca is like joggers and crop top. Leggings and the crop top. It's like, so I'm like, listen, I want us out of this, okay?
You sick of it.
I'm sick of it. The men are sick of it, okay? We all sick of it. But it is comfortable, and I understand that. I get that, but it's like sometimes it's a time and a place for it. It's like when you're running around, running your errands, doing your errands, yes. But when you have an event to go to, or somewhere where we could be fabulous, because like if we just want to go out and have dinner with our girls or our men or women, if we want to have a dinner date, or if we want to go to the club and look cute, it's like, why do you want to look like anybody else? Stand out and look different. And men miss women looking like women, and being sexy without being exaggeratedly sexy. So that's what I want to bring back to.
You're a good balance between those two. Now that you say it, yeah.
It's like sexy, but not like too.
But not the clear nipple pasty.
Right. Yeah.
My butt hanging out at the bottom.
Yes. It's like tight enough so she can see she has a shape, but it's not like completely see-through.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to bring back, the romance of women. So that's what teal couture is.
That's really nice.
Thank you.
So what do you have on now? Is that?
This is a teal couture piece.
Yes.
I actually made this piece maybe about 3 years ago. And yes, the good thing about custom pieces is it doesn't go out of style because you made it. Like nobody else has it. So it's like I have pants that I made 7 years ago and people still ask me like, where did you get that from? So
Classic.
yeah, these are just pieces that I'll probably have until I just can't fit them no more. And when I can't fit it, I might just snatch it out and add some more fabric to it, just so I don't have to let it go. But these, yeah, that's the good thing about having custom pieces.
What is your ultimate vision?
My ultimate vision is, okay, so now I have a new ultimate vision because I watched this thing, this documentary. I'm so into documentaries. I watched this documentary on Netflix. It was like Fast Fashion, I think it was called. But basically it was just talking about how we are in this trend of buying inexpensive clothes because, you know, of Instagram, social media, you know, no one wants to repeat an outfit. So these warehouses out of the country are providing low standards for the environments that they're working in, and a lot of people are getting killed because the standards are very poor, and a lot of people are not seeing their children for over a year. And you know, I'm not a crybaby, but that documentary made me cry. So I was like, you know, now my new goal is I want to get big enough and sell enough clothes that I need my own manufacturing company. And I want to put it somewhere like Bangladesh or Cambodia or, you know, one of these places where, it's like, for instance, Cambodia, the woman was saying that they're fighting to make at least $140 a month so that they can get out of poverty. And they were saying that she hadn't seen her child in almost a year because she has to work so much. So
And not even making $140?
a month. Not even making $140 a month. And so I do want to build a manufacturing company where I can provide better health care as far as like, you know, just for the people in general, you know, give them a higher pay for their cost of living, and also put a children's daycare center for them so that, you know, the parent doesn't have to be away from their child for a whole year because their moms have to watch them because they can't afford health child care. So I just want to do something like that because ultimately, you know, our goal is to have a gift so that we can help other people. So that would be what my ultimate goal would be.
And you would like for it to be a high-end clothing
definitely.
line.
I do pick, you know, good fabrics. So that's why my pieces are not cheap. Because I know I get a lot of people like, oh, well, Fashion Nova got this dress for $40. Can you make it for that? I can't make it for that because your fabric costs $35 a yard. Mm-hmm. So it's like, the stuff that I get is not cheap because I don't want my brand to have that type of feel for it. I want people to, when they wear my stuff, they're like, oh yeah, this costs. It costs something. And even though I don't want it to be like extremely expensive, I want people to be able to afford it, but I don't want everybody to be able to afford it. Like, it's not going to be Walmart. You know what I'm saying? But you will be happy that you spent a certain amount of money for a good quality piece.
Yeah, 3 years later, it's
still
like new.
Yeah, it still has standards. So yes, it is worth it.
Who would you say you mirror your brand after, or who role models in the fashion industry now that you follow?
I love Tracy Ellis Ross. Like, she kind of reminds me of how I feel sometimes. Sometimes I might want to put on something extra fancy, and sometimes I might want to throw on something fancy, but, you know, throw tennis shoes on with it. So it's like, I like her style, and I have a lot of just like people that I just follow as far as like trending, just because their style is just amazing. Like right now, I really appreciate Nicole Leno, because she just came from, basically, she said the same thing, like she was a bottle girl in the club, and next thing you know, she just followed her dream, and now she's making millions doing what she loves to do in clothes. And it just shows that like hustle and ambition will get you where you want to be. Like, you know, like Nipsey said, like he said, I'm not different from anybody else. You know, I'm not special. I just didn't give up. Like, that's
and he
the only
constantly said that.
Yes, he's like, that's the only reason why I was successful, because I didn't give up. And every day, you know, I'm tired, but I have to keep going because I'm not where I want to be yet. So it's like every day there's something that can be done or something that needs to be done, and you just have to, you know, starve your distractions. Like, I have to starve my distractions constantly. It's stuff that I want to do. I want to go out, hang out, ball out, do all this other type of stuff, but I have to remember that until I'm waking up in my mansion and, you know, making business in the places that I want to make business in, and, you know, satisfied with the life that I've chosen to have, then I don't have time for the other stuff. So I work.
Who would be your dream person to dress or to see in your pieces?
Ooh, my dream person. Let me see. I want to say Beyonce would be just top dog. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's kind of like the cliche person to dress. So, but I'm going to still say her. And Taraji P. Henson, because I just love her.
What is a quote that keeps you going, and why?
One thing that I do go over in my mind a lot is, don't be busy, be productive.
Nice.
Because a lot of times we can get busy with a lot of stuff, but we have to make sure that whatever we're busy doing is productive in what goals we're trying to reach and what things we're trying to make. Because we can be busy doing stuff for other people. True. And we're not doing anything productive for ourselves. And then when we look back later, we're just like, oh, you know, all this time passed. I could have been doing this. I should have been doing that. And we don't have the luxury of time. So it's like, you just have to really...
And that's clear to
right.
us now, right?
You have to use your time wisely. So that would be my main thing to go off of.
What other motivation would you give to your audience?
My motivation would be, do not pay attention to what other people are doing on social media. Like, don't pay attention to how fast someone else is moving or how big someone else has gotten and you're still in your space. Because I really had to put social media down for a minute, because I was looking at social media and I'm like, these people are selling basic stuff, and they're selling out. And I'm basically still sitting here like, okay, looking at my website like, okay, did I get an order today? Did I get an order tomorrow? You know, and I had to realize, like, you cannot rush God's process. You have to just trust the process. Like, and we all want to skip the process, and I know we always hear that, like, we want to go from 0 to 100, and it does not work like that. Like, you know, a lot of times I have to look back and appreciate and remember where I was a few years ago. Like, I was sewing out of one of the rooms in the house, and I went from that to, you know, getting an office space and sewing in the office space just so that I could, you know, get out of the house and do it. And went from the office space to my design studio in Buckhead, and went from the design studio in Buckhead to now I have a storefront. So in my mind, I'm always like, Tequilla, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you know, you still need to work on this and work on that. And sometimes I have to stop myself and just realize that I have come further than I give myself credit for. And I think that that's what a lot of us fail to do, is look back and congratulate ourselves for our growth of when we first started this, or you know, how far we've come. And I would just say, just keep going. Just, you know, look back on what you've done if you have to, and just remind yourself, like, wherever you have to go, write it down. Like I have tons of notebooks because I'm like obsessed with stationery. And so you have to write down your goals, and every day just kind of remember, like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Visualize where you want to be. Visualize the house you want to be in, the car you want to drive. Visualize, like, you know, where you want to be in life. And just remember that you deserve to be there every day. And as long as you remind yourself every day that that's where you're supposed to be, the universe will pick it up, and that's where you'll be. Don't think it's going to happen tomorrow. It might. But if it doesn't, don't feel discouraged. Like, just keep working towards that. So that would be my motivation to people.
So what can we expect at the fashion show?
So the fashion show is April 21st, Sunday, Easter Sunday. So it's kind of like my resurrection too. But it's like, I'm bringing moods, I'm bringing vibes, you know, like I'm bringing, you know, some neons, and I'm bringing some romance of pinks. I'm bringing the sexiness of reds, and just like the royals of golds. And I'm just bringing just like fierce and, you know, sexy, flirty. I'm bringing a bunch of different vibes and a bunch of different moods for spring. So like, you really just have to just be there to see it. So,
follow the vibe.
Follow the vibe. Yes, because you got to follow the vibe, because it's like, you know, when we wake up every day, like I know when I get dressed, I put on whatever I feel like, whatever my mood is that day. It's like, do I feel like being sexy? Do I feel like being cute? I mean, some days I ain't gonna lie, I might walk out of here looking like a homeless, but I know that, you know, later on, if I feel like putting clothes on, I gotta understand what my vibe is for that day. And so this is kind of gonna set the tone and the vibes for every personality. So that's what we have to see.
Well, we are looking forward to it, and it was awesome talking to you.
Yes,
I wish you the best. I have watched your growth.
Thank you.
I have watched your swag, and you get better and better every time.
Thank you so
and
much.
It was awesome talking to you.
Yes.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the Dreamers in the Discipline, and also you can register. Where can they follow you, and also register for the fashion show?
You can follow me. My personal page is Tequilla Lee, which is TEQUILLALEE. It says Queen T. And also my business page, which is TL Couture. So it's TL period COUTURE. My tickets are on sale right now on eventbrite.com. So you can go to Eventbrite, pull up Label Life Runway, and you can purchase tickets for just general admission, front row seating, or we have VIP tables that come with a complimentary bottle, because I know some of my people want to have a little something. But yes, eventbrite.com. So Label Life Runway is on the way. Are we excited? I am.
We are. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem.